Hi friends, Frankie here. My last few videos have been all about flowers, so I thought we should change the scenery a bit. We're going on a mini road trip to the Tottori sand dunes, a pink train station in the mountains, and a tattoo-friendly onsen town in Hyogo Prefecture. Let's go! Though it's quite easy to take a bus directly from Osaka to Tottori, I chose to drive because the car would make it a lot easier to visit the other locations on my itinerary. I went with a few friends from my old preschool job. 3 of them took the bus because they were going home Sunday morning, and 1 drove with me because we were returning to Osaka on Monday afternoon. We stopped somewhere in Okayama on the way to use the toilet, and this service area was unexpectedly gorgeous. Even the restrooms were beautiful. I picked up the others at Tottori Station, and from there we headed over to the sand dunes, Tottori Prefecture's most popular destination. Did you know that Tottori is Japan's least populated prefecture? Based on data from 2016, Tottori has a population of 570,000. Still sounds like a lot, but compare that to Tokyo or Osaka, which both have several million residents, just within the main cities. Anyway, the sand dunes, which kind of look like a desert depending on the angle, are formed by a combination of rain and wind, and because of this, the landscape is always changing. I was actually here 2 years ago as well, and it looked a bit different. It looks intimidating at the steepest point, but if you walk over a bit, you can find a less steep way to get to the top of the dunes. It's actually not that bad though. Once you get to the top, you have a nice view of the sea. This is the Sea of Japan. On a clear day, you might be able to see North Korea in the distance. There are a few things to do around the sand dunes besides just looking at them. You could go paragliding. You could ride a Segway in the sand. You could ride a camel, though to be honest, I hope you don't do that. You could take a nap. You could also hop down like a kangaroo. There's a sand museum and also a visitor center which has some food and souvenirs. At the visitor center, I grabbed pear ice cream. Very good, 10 out of 10. Pears are famous in Tottori, and also crabs, though winter is the best season for them. The following day, after the others went home on the bus, my friend and I drove into the mountains to find a pink train station I had seen on Instagram. It's probably obvious, but the station is love-themed. It's called Koi-Yamagata Station. Koi is one of the words for love in Japanese. There are 4 stations in Japan with Koi in the name, and this is one of them. The other stations are not pink though. This one was remodeled in 2013 and given a pink makeover. I'm guessing it was in an attempt to bring visitors to the area. There is a parking spot by the station, but if you want to take the actual train, just be careful because the trains only come every hour or 2. I timed it so I'd be at the station when a train was there. I saw trains in both directions and they each stopped for about 15 minutes at the platform. One of the trains had no riders and the other had 2, and one of those passengers got out to take pictures. So if you do ride the train, I think you would probably have time for a mini photo shoot and still be able to get back on the train. On platform 1, there's a little spot for ema, wooden plaques to make wishes on. You can purchase them from a nearby vending machine. The vending machine is in the seating area and has a cute little heart-shaped table. The vending machine has regular drinks, but also some cute keychains too. Then we were on the road again. Our destination was Kinosaki Onsen in neighboring Hyogo Prefecture. Going from Tottori to Kinosaki Onsen by car, you don't need to take any toll roads and you'll be driving on the coast for a bit. There are some viewing points along the way with small parking areas, and if you want to stop and check out the view and get some fresh air, you can do that pretty easily. And finally, the main event. I've wanted to visit Kinosaki Onsen for a while because they're tattoo friendly. If you know anything about Japan, then you probably know that tattoos are still quite taboo because of their association with gangs. A lot of onsen, pools, gyms, beaches, water parks, and the like will have rules stating tattoos either have to be covered, or a lot of times you can't enter at all if you have tattoos. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting the rules to change for me, but if there's a space that happily accepts tattooed folks, I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna tell you about it. So yeah, Kinosaki is a little hot spring town close to the sea, and the main thing people do here is an onsen pilgrimage called Sotoyu Meguri. There are 7 main onsen in the town. Each of these is tattoo friendly. If you go just for a day trip, you can purchase a pass that grants you access to all 7 onsen for just 1,300 yen, about $10 or so. A very great price, I'd say. And if you stay at any of the ryokan, traditional Japanese inns, in town, then the all-access pass is probably included in your stay. We stayed at a place called Shinonomeso. Feels like a tongue twister. Something to keep in mind is that even though the 7 main onsen in the town are tattoo friendly, all of the ryokan have their own set of rules, so they may not be tattoo friendly. The place we stayed at was not, which means I was not able to bathe there. A lot of ryokans will have a toilet in the room, but not a bath or shower, because those will be shared. This wasn't an issue for me though, because I took 7 baths in less than 24 hours, so I did not need to take an 8th one at the ryokan. So yeah, that was no problem. I also think it goes without saying that I cannot show you any of the actual baths because they are public. I think there might be some places in the town where you could reserve a private onsen. Maybe. If you want to take photos, private onsens are always the best option. Usually in onsen there are signs everywhere that say to put your phone away and that photography is not allowed because, well, there are naked people. I always hear people say that a glass of milk tastes amazing after visiting an onsen, so I wanted to try it. They have vending machines with different types of milk, and by different types I mean plain milk, coffee milk, and chocolate milk. Unfortunately, I didn't see milk alternatives, but there were vending machines with juices and other types of drinks. Most of these places had massage chairs by the vending machines. Milk and a massage. I would highly recommend it. Because Kinosaki Onsen is by the sea, you can find lots of good seafood. I would recommend eating dinner around 5 or 6 p.m. because a lot of places looked closed by the time we were hungry at 7:30 p.m. The one place that was open was Daiko Shoten Restaurant. That first night we did 5 onsen. I gotta say, my skin was very sensitive by the 5th one. But the following morning, we visited the last 2 places on our pilgrimage before checking out of the ryokan. The last 2 were my absolute favorite. One of them was Gosho no Yu, which has a really large outdoor bath with a view of a waterfall. The final place, which I also loved, was called Ichi no Yu. They had both indoor and outdoor baths, but the outdoor one was really, really nice. Well, that'll do it for now. I hope you enjoyed this mini road trip, and I'll see you again soon, probably with more nature appreciation videos.